not a joke! It's not a joke! We get thrown off the plane all because Brownie has a bad dream? I saw it. The plane! It's gonna blow up! It's gonna blow up!
When Kramer hears about this, the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Because of you, I'm still alive.
By walking off the plane, you've cheated death. You have to figure out how and when it's coming back at you.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Oh, who's next?
Nobody has control over life and death. Unless they are taking lives and causing death.
So who's next?
Acknowledge me.
Is it working this time? If not, fuck YouTube. Let me know if you can hear me this time. Boo. It says it's registering this time. I didn't do anything but restart the computer. I did nothing. So, I don't know what's going on. It was either StreamYard or YouTube. Alright, so, hopefully I'm on. Yeah. So, I literally did nothing. I recorded the online part of the weekly movie hunt yesterday using this exact setup. Computer didn't anything, just slid it out of the way, and then came back today and it didn't work. So I don't know whether I did leave StreamYard open, so for some reason between StreamYard and this computer it lost connection with my microphone. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there while I had to restart everything. I apologize. It looks like we got a lot of the normal people that hung with me. So I love you guys. And I apologize. And I'm a poet and didn't know it. Howdy, y'all, says GG. Ken Pope is here. Star Wars collecting hobbies. Hopefully, that was me saying boo. Hopefully, we didn't lose Rick. Doo-doo. We're back. I appreciate you stopping by. Anybody that's in here, go ahead and slap a like on it because it's not my normal link, so nobody's going to fucking know about it. We're here for it. Why are you in the doghouse, Doug? Seems like you're always in the doghouse. What happened, Doug? Good evening, Jeff Man and all. Stopping by per usual, bitch about getting up early, about to turn on Troma's Mother Day and sack out. That is a good watch. Yes. Oh, I like it. Yeah, the log truck is pretty good. What? What? Loud and clear. That's why I don't drive behind 18-wheelers. That's true. A lot of life lessons in this movie. I can't wait to see the new one. She went to a friend's daughter's birthday party and was calling after, was wondering if I was okay, but technical difficulties with phone. I didn't have much to say, so was letting me go, and said I sounded excited. Huh. So she thought somebody, and so I, just so you know, I don't have to have this in there. I was testing the microphone. Now I can do a test if that ever happens again. I went ahead and did the output of this mic, which is the computer, so I can hear the live through my headset. I'll just leave that hooked and I can test it. I'll be able to hear whether the audio is working or not. What's up, Sandy? I appreciate you stopping by. So we got 10 people in here and 11 counting me. That should be 11 likes because it lets me like my own videos. So hopefully we can give this another shot and all you guys will watch along with me to Final Destination. Now, this isn't on Tubi. I've got the physical media here that I could watch. I've got the single disc release. I also have that multi-pack. But that's that release. And then, but I've also got the digital copy that came with one of the other ones that I got. So let me make it where it doesn't shine so much. So post on Facebook saying how much I make her feel unwanted and alone. That's not good. Oh, well, that's not cool. Like Spike Time. Yeah. All right. So Let me go ahead and read you the. Obviously, everybody knows about this one, but I'm going to read. I'm going to do it official. Since I fucked it up at the beginning, we're going to make it. We're going to make it work and do this official. This one is from 2000, if I'm not mistaken. The original was. I saw the original in theaters back in the day. So after getting a premonition about a plane crash on a school trip, Alex, a student, saves a few of his classmates. However, their situation gets complicated when death starts chasing them. We obviously get Devon Sawa as Alex. Allie Lauder, which I love. Her name is Clear Rivers. I thought that was a cool name. Kerr Smith is in it as Carter. Kristen Cloak is Valerie. I think that's the teacher. Daniel Roebuck is in it. He played Doug. You remember who Daniel Roebuck was? He was in Rob Zombie's Munsters as Grandpa. You got Sean William Scott in an early role as Billy Hitchcock, which played an homage to Alfred Hitchcock. You got Tony Todd as Bloodworth. Amanda Detmer is Terry. And I think that's probably about all we need to talk about. Is anybody else any worthwhile in this thing? I think not. Cool. I have most of the Final Destination movies. Well, there's only 5, and you can get the 5-pack at Walmart for like $14 if you saw in my hunt. So yeah, the Munsters was a badass show, but the movie was just a hot piece of garbage. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire back up my Roku app, and I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna just watch this on I think I'm gonna just watch this on Max because I had it open. So Final Destination, you guys can tune in to whatever version of it you got. If we do it this way, I won't have any, we obviously won't, what the fuck is going on? We won't have any, commercials. So I've been watching some of these anyway because the new movie's coming out and I wanted to get in the mood. I think the first 3 are pretty good. The other ones are a little bit weak. So, without further ado, I'm ready to get this bad boy started if you guys are. Doug, maybe she's on her period, but don't, oh my God, I shouldn't have read that out loud. But never happy, well, we can get into that. I'm going to go ahead and start the movie since I already fucked it up and we're late. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so I'm watching this on Max. And I got to get my earbuds working. We don't want no copyright strikes. Somebody said I should try to come up with a setup where I have the movie playing in the corner. But wouldn't you somehow get some copyright action on that? My damn earbuds aren't working. Technical difficulties galore. So I always liked the first one, obviously, because of the Flight 180. I was reading some stuff about the making of the movie, and they said that was an actual flight that crashed back then. That was Flight 180. Is that true? Does anybody know that to be a fact? Not if it's centered at the bottom. AI doesn't find them most of the times. What are we talking about? Not centered at the bottom. Speaking of the bottom, let me get the banner going on there. So this is the Final Destination watch along, and I left Laura Part Lincoln's name in there. Dude, I can't even type tonight. Haha, I thought I was going to be ready for you when you came in, but I had technical difficulties. So we got, guess who's here?
Say his name and he appears.
Yeah, Cody Tudor. Say his name and he appears. I didn't say your name actually though. The movie playing like you mentioned. Yeah, I know. I can't get the fucking thing. My audio working right now. That sounds toxic, really. I like MySpace too. I understand how it feels, but I get myself out of those situations when they happen and I run for the hills. Yeah, I know. Rest in peace, Sabu. Did you guys hear about Sabu, the hardcore legend, passed away? Watching some of his old shoot clips. Yeah, I watched one of his matches. I forget which one it was, but I loved some of the stuff he did with RVD and the tag team. That was always kind of cool to me. You can play the movie and stream it at the bottom, centered, and no copyright strikes. I don't know how I would play it though. Did who go to Texas? Like, what am I? How am I going to stream it? Like, what am I going to use to stream it? Am I going to go to this shit's playing through my phone still. Even though my AirPods are connected. Oh, you talking about, yeah, Cody? He was the one. You going to film a movie? Leaving Wednesday night, Thursday morning. What movie were you going to film? Did you tell us? I don't remember. Got the little airplane propellers playing on there. I like that. Yeah, so I wonder what I could use. Amityville Easter. I forgot that's what you told us. Yeah. Um, what app should I use if I'm going to do that though? I can't get my earbuds working again. I don't know what's going on. It's like once my laptop took everything over, everything's screwed up. So you're going to hear it in the background. Flight 180. Did you guys like the fact that the last one looped around into the beginning of this one? I'm trying to pair my AirPods up again. I did a remote scene at home to introduce the character. I'll have to send it to you. That's cool. So you're in the great state of Texas as we speak. How do you like it here? Hey, what's going on? I appreciate you stopping by. What town you're in? Because Texas is huge. Hey man, it's just a bump in the road. Relationships are gonna be that way, so don't let it bum you out. He's heading down this coming Wednesday and Thursday. So no, he's not there yet. This is some bullshit, man. I can't get anything to play through my AirPods. Fuck this. I'm on Final Destination 2 catching up on the movies to be prepared for Bloodlines. Yeah, I actually watched them out of order. I've already watched 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going back and watching 1 tonight with you guys, and then I'm watching. I'll watch 2 before the weekend when I go see it. I'm sorry, Doug. That does sound very toxic. I hate Dallas. What do you mean this? Wait, why do you not like Dallas? This was a string of some early movies of Devon Sawa that I liked. I liked him in this, and I liked him in Idle Hands, which we watched, and I liked him in that movie. What was the one where he was cheating? Um, Slackers. Those were all good. It's kind of cool that he's making a comeback now, like what started with all that Chucky stuff. You like the Dallas cheerleaders? For one, they have a horrible football team. I know. At least they'll have two good receivers this year, if nothing else. There's Sean William Scott. So we got Stifler. He's not as cool in this one as he is in the American Pie movies. This has got a really good cast. I like it. I like Ali Lauder. She said to me, she just hadn't done enough, hit movies, mainstream movies. I don't know. I just like her because I expected great things from Dallas, and when I went, I couldn't believe how small it was. Thought it was bigger, but I'm from Houston. What's going on? DJ plays favorites. We're trying to watch Final Destination. I'm having nothing but technical difficulties. You'll probably hear it in the background because I can't get my AirPods to work. Gotta love technology. You're going to be filming in Houston again in July. That's cool. Remember, because it said they got a 7-hour flight. This was going to Paris, right? Fuck this, man. Final Destination is like a movie that would fit in real time. Yeah, I know that is true. I've reset my phone. I've deleted the AirPods. I've removed them. I've repaired them. I can't get them to play on my phone anymore. I don't know what's going on. I'm glad Fandango reduced their price on the 5 Final Destination bundle to 19.99. So watching this, it's like for the first time watching the movie since it's been like high school. Well, that's cool. Enjoyed it both times I've gone. Um, I've never been to Houston. Let me try one more time. Houston is a magical city. I miss it. Did you see this in theaters? Yeah, I saw this in theaters back in the day. I've seen all of them in theaters. So I'll go see the new one, and then that way I'll be to have seen that one in theaters as well. So that way I've seen the whole series in theaters. So this was in year 2000. This when everybody was going ape shit about Y2K. Speaking of that, I watched that movie Y2K on one of the streaming services. That movie was garbage. All right, I got to Google this. Can't get AirPods to work on iPhone after pairing. Jeff, man, have you ever watched Fear.com? Yeah, I have, and I've watched. I bought that. It's on the Vinegar Syndrome. They had a pretty recent release of that. Is that the one with Steven Dorff? I really like that. I thought it was way better than people give it credit for. It's kind of nowadays I could see where people would think it's a little dated, but still it was cool back then. He's like, before because of you, I gotta sit here and watch fucking Stuart Little. All right, so does anybody have an iPhone and knows what the fuck is going on? It says that it's paired. I put both of them in. And everything I play on my phone, nothing comes out of out of the AirPods. Does anybody have any clue what could be going on? I've flied a couple times, but I'm not thinking too hard about dying on the plane. Do I fly 2 or 3 times a year? Have you tried to reset your phone? Yep, I reset it just a minute ago. Laugh my ass off. Houston traffic is insane. I need to go to Houston. All right, I want to try it one more time. Plane ride's a little bumpy. I was reading some trivia about this movie. Do you have mute on the iPhone? Nope. They said that this opening sequence, once they get on the plane, is the shortest of all of the disasters that happened at the beginning of these. No, it hasn't been a system. I just used them this afternoon. I definitely haven't done a system update since. I listened to music this afternoon. I wonder if that guy up front is truly disabled. I don't know. I saw that. Talking about that guy they were hugging right there. Well, you can't drive, man. I mean, everywhere. I mean, if you went from like Virginia, where I'm at, to California, man. I mean, hey, look how many days you'd be driving. All right, I reset my phone again. This will be the second time. All right, so here's where the side of the plane opens up and starts sucking the chairs out. You know, for a movie from the 25 years old, the effects on this are still pretty damn good. Getting hit in the head with shit flying around in there. Better scenery. That's true. And there's the fire burning his face off. And there he wakes up. So that was fairly quick. All right, I'm going to try this shit again. It says my AirPods are connected. All right, I got it back. If I tried to sync my Bluetooth after the restart, yeah, I did all that. So what I had to do was I removed them and reset the phone, and it didn't work. So I ended up removing them again, but I didn't add them back. I reset the phone, then I added them back after I restarted it, and that's working. All right, sorry, you guys aren't going to hear Final Destination in the background. Let's go back to what we were talking about before. Yeah, I know you tried. Hey man, I did all that. It's just it was the weird, I guess, a weird order I needed to do it in. All right. So somebody was telling me earlier that some streams have been like having it to where they put the movie on the screen with them. So yeah, I'm gonna give you 1.5 stars. If we're doing out of five, I'm gonna give you four for effort. Um, what would I need to do that? Because I don't know if this computer would take it. Like I guess I like in this case it would be on Max, and I could start Max on a what do you call it, another tab. But I don't really want to do that. Like the one stream looked like they had like a old school TV with the movie playing on it, but I don't have a way to do that either. I don't know. Of course, you're awesome. You got DJ plays favorites. When my son and I used to do stuff together, we did DJ for his name's Dylan. It was be Dylan and Jeff. It'd be DJ. We were DJ awesome. Like when we would log into like the PlayStation service and all that stuff together. Are you wanting to? No, I'm gonna just keep the movie. It was playing on the screen, and it's just you guys could hear it in the background. I'm not restarting it. He's like, "Whoa, that's fine." They're fighting at the airport now, and in the background, I think the plane's getting ready to blow up. So we're basically at the good part anyway. There's the plane, and there it blows up. Boom. And weird how that old teacher had a crush and escape, but ends up getting blown up. It's kind of funny how, Devon Sawa had that string of movies and then kind of disappeared for a while. And then Sean William Scott ended up with a big bunch of big hits, especially, the American Pie movies. And then he had some decent movies, nothing great. And then his career tapered off as well. Allie Lauder, wasn't she in one of the not Resident Evil movies? I never understand the order of who was next to be killed. Well, later in the movie, he draws that diagram that shows like where the fire started and what started blowing up and on the plane. So he kind of, if you watch that one part, you can see the pause. You can see the diagram of what the order they're supposed to die in. I don't know, man. That would be a pretty big. That was a pretty big explosion. A witch. A witch. Burn him. Burn him. So the dude there with his arms folded and the glasses on is the one that ended up playing Grandpa Munster in Rob Zombie's Munster movie. Some of these effects was like the movie Resident Evil type effects. Yeah. I was talking about in the newspaper he was reading and saw the old dude escape a crash. How would they have a criminal investigation? He didn't do anything. Why doesn't he just say the words? Had a premonition. And why would he? What would taking drugs make him see that for? You know, the one death in this movie that kind of seemed like realistic, very realistic to me is right there. His buddy, the one they're interrogating now, when he dies in the bathtub, that one is always the one that we did kind of was very realistic. And when he starts choking, it kind of bothered me in the theater. And his eyes, like the blood vessels in his eyes when they burst. Does anybody remember seeing this hot teacher here and anything else after this? Clear rivers. How you like that? Didn't you have to look away? I think I probably did. I mean, that was 20 years, 25 years ago, dude. But probably. I mean, it was very realistic compared to a lot of the other deaths in movies back then. Did that clear have anybody? So she's the only one who really didn't have anybody come after her. I don't remember what they said. What happened to her family? Does anybody remember? Thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride. Did did Tony Todd did he have cancer? Does anybody remember? What did he die of? He didn't have pancreatic cancer, did he? He died pretty quick after I found out that he something was wrong with him. Hold on a second. My shit's getting ready to fall. I can all relax now. Everything's working. Her father got shot at the store and her mom abandoned her and left with a new guy. Okay, I think I remember that now. I don't know what footage, but I was reading that some of the actual footage they show as far as news footage is real news footage about a flight 180 that crashed back then. Some of that stuff right there is probably legit news footage from the TS. I think it was. Did it say TWA flight 180 that crashed back then? Hey Gigi, are you still in here? You was talking about. I was on that live stream this week. If you didn't check it out, if you want to go look at it, I can post a link to it. I had shared it. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. Now that everything is fixed, you can focus on drinking. Yeah, I know. I need a fucking extra drink. I need way more booze in that thing now than what I got in there. That's a half and half. I needed mostly alcohol. Yeah, look at Doug. Remember, everybody liked the video. I liked the stream. Did you guys see that one video I posted this week that got like 6,000 views? I was like, did they show up to the wrong channel? Somebody answered my question on that video. Said they only watched the first 30 minutes of that section 31, then they turned it off. Said it was no good. That's cool. I was afraid I wasn't gonna get a word in edgewise since it was like 9 of us, but we did round robin, so I got to speak a couple times. I posted a link to it. You want me to put a link to it in this? I don't know if I can do it on here. Let me one second. Let me look. Let me see if I can get it in here. Yeah, I know. That's what I always say. Acting like he's the reason that they're still fucking alive. My phone's like, screw them haters. Let me I can show you I can probably put a link to it. It's weird that Sean William Scott there, what's his name in this, Billy, that he plays like a kind of a geek compared to what he plays like Stifler. I'll put the link in this stream so you can see it. I think that's it right there. What are you going to say? Yeah, so that link there was to that stream that I participated in. It was like me and I think it was 9 of us total talking about the state of physical media, stuff that we're looking forward to upcoming, some releases that we liked, some stuff that we might have bought that the other guys didn't. It was kind of fun. We were on there for a little over 2 hours. He almost feel yeah, I know. It's like it's weird to see him now, after he's probably bigger than most of the other ones in this movie. Glad your nephew is a computer software geek. Well, dude, I've been doing shit with computers for my job for 32 years, and still randomly, it's just so random the way things can happen when you didn't do anything different. It always pisses me off. He's like, when he's over this, they're gonna go to the city and catch the Yanks. Yeah, no. He looked the same through most of his movies, even older now. He kind of looks the same. She looks pretty close to the same too. She aged well. She aged like fine wine. It was some movie she was in. I can't remember. She was hot. That I really liked her. I can't remember what it was. What else was she Ollie Lauder in back then? Future. Hey, what's up, Arturo? Still working? As bad as my technical difficulties were, I thought I was going to be by the time you got off before I got my shit working. I think this is his death, right? So this is the one that weirded me out when I was younger. And like I said, the way that they filmed it and the way that it looked was just more realistic than some of the other ones. Yeah, he sounds like he's from New Jersey or Brooklyn. Yep, Sabu passed away. Rest in peace. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, death-defying maniac. He was one of a kind. Speaking of that, one of a kind. I used to like I said, we were talking about him earlier. I loved that some of his stuff he did with RVD in the original ECW, not the god awful WWE version. So he sits on the shitter, and the toilet springs a leak, right? That's right. I forgot she was on that. And wasn't she in one of the Resident Evil movies? Here's the paper. There's his maps. Talking about the airport shit. I ain't got my glasses on. What does it say? He's got the paper. He's picked it up. Memorial service for students held yesterday. They got a picture of Clear in there. Varsity Blues. That was the movie I was thinking of. Is that when she put the whipped cream on her tits? Whatever, dude. I mean, you just don't like the product right now. I thought it was fairly good pay-per-view, man. I thought it was PLE. I thought it was good. You knew Cena was not going to lose. Who uses a real razor? I thought most of it was good. As long as Charlotte's not winning, I'm okay with the product. Doug probably doesn't like her because she doesn't have big knockers. But I'm okay with them as long as they're natural. It doesn't matter what size they are. Rocky Mountain, whatever that was. That a John Denver song that plays? Yeah, it was toward the back end of this franchise, right? She was in. I like her. Damn, owls are spooky, man. He better like get him a damn plastic fan instead of that metal fan. Like that thing's so sharp it shredded up the paper. Todd. He's got all his mom's delicates in there. Oh, Country Roads. I remember that one. This is the part right there when it cinches up, when they show his eyes. Ugh. And those damn blood vessels busting his eyes. That always weirded me out. Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong. Is that a wire or a rope? What is it? Is he, if he could get those scissors, would he be able to cut it? See, they got his face turning like purple and shit. I agree with that. I thought that match was going to lead to Goldberg or something coming out if he kept beating on him, because supposedly they're going to fight. I don't know why they had that match. That is the one match on there I thought was garbage. But dude, the Jacob Fatu match, that match showed how good he is, man. He is he is good. I don't care if you say I don't think it was you or somebody said they don't like him. He is a good wrestler. They're doing long-term story writing right now because that stuff with Penta and Dominic is leading to whatever's going to happen with Judgment Day with Finn. So that was more to push that angle than it was to do anything with Dominic and Penta. But yeah, I agree. I still don't understand why they had that match with McAfee on there. If it was in Indianapolis, I could understand, but it was in St. Louis. Yeah, you should look it up. And in the Indies, Cobb and Jacob Fatu had some feuds. So if you understand who he is, it would mean something because he would kind of be questioning why Solo would bring somebody in that he knows has a history with him. Yeah, you talking about that blue water on the floor? What the hell was up with that? Well, it sucked itself back into the pipe, I guess, where you couldn't see it. She's doing some welding. That's right, she does art with her welding. What was her power in Heroes? Whoever mentioned that she was in Heroes, what was her power on there? I need to go back and watch that show. That Heroes was the reason that I got the HD DVD player for my Xbox back in the day because they had a bundle where you got the player and you got the first season of Heroes, and it was in HD, because it wasn't on Blu-ray at the time. So I remember getting that and watching that whole season like the first weekend um, that it came out. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with Goldberg. He deserves a retirement match since he didn't really have one under Vince. If they do one, I mean, as long as it's a throwaway match and he doesn't beat Gunther, I'm okay with it. Arturo said happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Jeffman. What's with her and them bangs, man? She felt it. She's acting. She's like, this is my big scene in the whole movie where I can act. She can still feel him. Rawr, rawr. Yep, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It looks like it's in present day. I'm guessing it is, but what they're saying was like the family, like the mother or the grandmother, one or the other, I don't know, probably was involved in something before all this, and it's trying to I guess, go back through time and fix all of the rights, right all the wrongs of anybody that survived that shouldn't have. I don't know. I'm just kind of glad there's another one because I like the concept of the movie. I think it's cool. I also like how they sprinkled Tony Todd throughout. Didn't really explain who he was. There was a theory they said on the internet that he was death himself and that he was the one gonna make sure that everything got back on track. But then he did an interview and said that's not the case. I think she looks better with that ponytail. Her hair looked like trash in this movie. It got canceled for some reason. There was supposed to be a new one that came out this year, and right when it was getting ready to go into pre-production, it got canceled, and they didn't say why. I think if they do it, they'll obviously have to go in another direction now. They're going to wait so long. The guy who plays John Kramer, Tobin Bell's going to be so old. There'll be no realistic way of having him in the movies, unless you're going to CGI or AI him or whatever. His damn hand moved. You'll wake the dead. Did you guys like Tony Todd in the new that 9/11 Day remake that they did back in 1990s? Tom Savini did. To answer your question, they'll circle back around. I think it's just going to get delayed a year. They'll come up with a different concept though. Yeah, it'd be good. I always liked her. In death, there are no accidents. Tony Todd, rest in peace. Hey, Arturo, are you working? Did you say you're working? You get Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell? Yes, I did. I haven't watched them yet. Might watch them this week. He's cool. I like some of the actors that do that randomly show up like that. Mel Gibson did that. Oh, he's at work and he's cheating and watching YouTube. Death has a new design. You had to watch The Man, Jeff Man, at work. You couldn't skip out.
Acknowledge me.
Ooh. I would not want to watch somebody doing an actual autopsy or embalming or any of that stuff. No way. And I sure as hell couldn't do that shit. It's funny. I like horror movies and I like watching them, but I'm not big. I can't. I don't want to get into anything realistic violence. You work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you're off Wednesday and Sunday and Monday? Oh, you talking about this week, coming week. You work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then out for what? Out for summer? Says she was in 3 Resident Evil films. That's cool. Out for summer, college be out. That's cool. I wish I could get some extra time off, like extended. I'm to the point now. I was telling my wife though. I've been there so long. I build up 9.5 hours of PTO every 2 weeks. So literally every 2 weeks I could take a day off and work 9 days and be off one for now until the end until I quit. And randomly sometimes I could take extra because I get more than 8 hours. So I could save that up. And so what, every 8 weeks I get another 8 hour day? This is when he freaks her out because he's like, what if it is still our time and we're gonna die just now in a different order? But I didn't remember a song being in this called Final Destination. I wished I was semi-retired. Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil The Final Chapter. So the last three. I think I remember her having a bigger role in Extinction, and then she didn't have much of a role in the last two. Is that the way it is? My old roommate was a real undertaker and worked at a funeral parlor. Did he have a gong that followed him around and like played? Sorry, I forgot to copy the R. You're cool. Final chapter. It's like you're from Boston. Final chapter. Hey, was this that blonde chick there? Was she the one that was in Saving Silverman? That was the nun. Get over it, Carter. Is this when she gets hit by the bus or garbage truck or whatever? Boom! I remember that was a pretty jump scare moment in the theater when I saw this back in the day. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, brother. And that's what she drinking. Why would he not want to talk to her? Your friend retired from being a funeral director. I went to a couple meetings she went to, saw one time a lot of caskets. Not fun. Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. What do you think of the final Conjuring film coming out? Another crash drive, or are they actually going to go off with a bang? I don't know. The story didn't look half bad, but it looked like it had some wonky CGI moments in the trailer. So I don't know. I think I don't. It's one of those things where I think it's kind of petered off. Like I think the best is behind them. I don't think they're gonna go do anything that's gonna be like blow your mind. So here's where he maps out the order. What's up, Cara? How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Governor. A Governor S. Governess. Is that a word? So basically, the way the fire went, Todd, Terry, Miss Luton. Is Mrs. at home or is she working night? She's at home. We went we went to my mother's and had a cookout for Mother's Day and spent time up there and then came home. So I celebrated with her yesterday. So we basically had a whole I didn't care for the last one either. It was okay. We had a whole Mother's Day weekend type of thing with everybody. So it was very laid back and cool. She's seeing him hang out in the yard. Now she's gonna get spooked out. She said, "Hey Dougie, how you doing? How you doing?" Did he say Agent Shrek? Exactly. No, I was telling them earlier we did a cookout with my mother today, and we went up there, went with Stephanie and did celebrated with her yesterday. So it was kind of like a whole Mother's Day weekend thing. So I went ahead and gave Stephanie my gifts and from me and my son yesterday. I love cookouts. There's nothing to me like the taste of a good hamburger cooked on a real grill. I love that. So we did that with my mother today. So that's the dude. I mean, it's hard to remember like how long ago this was. That guy right there, that cop with the glasses on, is the one that got killed in Terrifier 3 as Santa Claus. Doesn't even seem like the same guy, does it? What all did you guys do? Did you guys do anything with your mothers for Mother's Day? Could be better. Might have a cold and a woman, and I might be splitting soon because we don't see eye to eye, and I'm always in the doghouse, and I'm waiting for her to say it's done. Don't say that. It always seems that way, man. Just let it ride. Oh, she's playing fucking John Denver too. John fucking Denver. Did you buy her anything for Mother's Day, Douglas? Deity? You don't hear that word very often. A deity complex. My mom lives on the other side of the country, so we just FaceTime for a while. That's cool. Where does she live? You don't have to tell me exactly, like what state she live in. I can't hear the words. What John Denver songs playing? That was cool. You could see like the shadows on the and the fog that came up on her tea pitcher, whatever you want to call it, tea kettle. Does anybody use a tea kettle still? It's always trouble when they blow in the when the flame blows out. She lives in the Midwest Central Time Zone. Okay, that's cool. She lighting her stove back up with a match. I like how they freak you out, like they think you don't know exactly what's going to cause her to this is going to cause her death. Sorry. They need to go back to see their therapist, Jeffrey. I bought her a big wolf painting, a picture and two gingerbread couple. What? At a rummage sale, but didn't seem as excited as she would usually. That's a weird mix. Wolves. Remember when Grandpa on The Simpsons would be like, "I'm old and there are wolves after me." Really? I don't think we own a tea kettle anymore. Huh. I guess everybody, uses microwaves and shit now. I guess it'd be kind of cool to own a tea kettle. What kind of hot tea did you make? I haven't had hot tea in a while. I made some hot toddies when I was sick. That drink's kind of weak. I didn't put enough booze in it. Bah humbug. Sandy, you're one of the newer ones out of this group that come onto the streams. I don't remember what you said. How did you, what video made you find my channel? British blend or orange spice? I'm not much on orange. Must have been hot enough to crack the cup. The cup probably already had a crack in it. Hot tea sounds European or British. Yep. Hello, governor. It probably already had a crack coming, and then the heat hit it and expanded it. Like if you get something hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, if it's got a weakness in it, it's going to crack. Is that Rocky Mountain High? Is that what song is that? You watched my movie hunts? Okay, that's cool. As Carlito would say, that's cool. It's weird how videos hit. Like, I got that video that I did about keeping the old DVD, that old DVD of The Thing, that I didn't really think much of it, and it's already got 6,200 views. That's weird. Huh. That was her mistake removing the glass from her neck, but I get it instinct. Yeah. They always say if you get stabbed or something and you don't pull it out because then you'll open the wound up and then technically it's somewhat closed itself. I always love movies that back then it's got those old ass computer monitors, those big ass monitors. Remember you could take like several movies that have it where they would knock people in the head with those old TV sets or monitors. Her house gonna fucking blow up now. I remember this now. She gonna pull that rag and the goddamn knives are gonna fall out on her. She just got it from all angles. Look, and this dumbass is gonna go in and step in the blood and then pull the knife out. Why would he pull the knife out? You found a Lyra for 21 plus shipping in the Chase for 28. I hope her elite head scan is better though. Yeah, those basics, man, some of them, the head scans have been like shit. I recorded it today and I will probably post it tomorrow night. So like, didn't they say from the explosion, like something got burned onto did his fingerprints get burned onto the knife? Damn. This movie got some pretty decent special effects in it. They blew that house up. At least her house had a reason to blow up, unlike that house at the end of Friday 13 Part 7. There wasn't a lot out this week that I bought, so it'll probably be like a 10-minute video. There was a couple of oddball, cheesy horror movies that I got from Orbit that I include on there, so check that out. Here's my cord. Uh, that haircut doesn't do much for her, does it? What was the last wrestling figure I bought? I bought the I don't know what the last one was. I bought that CM Punk top picks out of that Netflix box just because I thought the Netflix box looked cool. The last wrestling figure I actually purchased, I've bought 3 AEW figures in the last couple weeks and I sold all 3 of them. You remember that Hunt? I bought that Sting and I bought Will Ospreay and I bought Julia Hart and I sold all 3 of them for like $45 each. So after shipping, I probably end up only making like $15 a piece on them, but hey, that's $45. But the last one I bought to keep myself, that's been a while. Because I'm only buying right now if I find new female figures or people's very first figures, the only ones I'm really buying. It's too many re-releases. That's one. It isn't just the fact that I'm trying to pare down the collection. I'm so pissed at all the re-releases they're doing that's killing the values of all the originals. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna I sold a bunch of my originals because I'm like, I'll eventually be able to buy them all again anyway. I saw a CM Punk from the Tiffy time wait for $9 at Raw, so I might get that, see what happens. Yeah, I wanted a new Punk because I still have his Series 1 figure. I thought it would be cool to get like having one of his old ones and new ones. In this movie, she looked like Mia Jovovich a little bit. Not to be rude and crude, I'll just say it to be funny. But if you're wearing like tank tops and shit in a horror movie, I thought you're supposed to be not wear a bra like every other female doesn't. Did anybody order those any of those Lionsgate Limited, the newer ones that come out? Is the Kick Ass the exact same one that Best Buy released? I haven't been in Ross in a while. Our Ross store sucks. Um, and they rarely have any wrestling figures. I remember seeing some basics in there one time. You think any of you guys who watch wrestling do you think Paige will be back? I think she's going to eventually come back. Here's the story. He was in there buying cigarettes, and he swung around, and the guy shot him. She's pretty much the best actress in this movie, man. She's got a couple scenes in it that are pretty good. I wonder if they knew how good of the cast they had back then. This the acting in this is a little bit, obviously a notch above. So I guess that's one of the things that made this movie a lot better than some of the other cheese that was coming out around the same time. At least they sent me a $5 coupon for Bloodlines. Who sent you a $5 coupon for buying that Fandango thing? His footprint caramelized? Is that the right word? That's cool. Because when you bought the bundle, did anybody hear what did Sabu die from? Did anybody hear? I didn't wasn't able to look it up. I was shocked that you found some new seed. Yeah, I know, in Target and in Walmart. Found the single, the regular releases in Target, and I found those what do you call those deluxe edition ones, whatever they are, in Walmart. Dude, they made that one set. Imagine how much you got to spend to get it. If you want the variant of Dark Side, you got to buy 4 figures, and if you want the regular one, you got to buy four. And they didn't even have all of the regular ones on the shelf. Is this the part where they get ready to come up to the train? He's basically like, might as well kill ourselves driving, right? Do you think this movie would have been any better or worse if Sean William Scott played the main guy? I was also reading that they said that Sean William Scott somehow hurt his lip, and instead of trying to do some makeup to cover it up, they actually had it. They pretended like he hit him in the face to make it look like that. You see where he saw that train in the reflection of the window? Fuck this dude. You don't play chicken. I couldn't. If I was gonna die and you were gonna pick the way you were gonna die, it definitely wouldn't be getting hit by a fucking train. Who would choose that? There's nobody would want to get run over by a train. You could end up living and like be basically an invalid. How do you know you're gonna die for sure? That's just stupid.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
Train's coming. Uh-oh. Everybody in all the movies does the same thing. They're like, oh, let's get up here and do it. And then when they chicken out or they change their mind, then the car won't fucking start. This is kind of cliche right here. The door locked. He can't get out. Oh shit. Yeah, that was too fucking close, man. That was too close for comfort there. So it skips him now and goes to Billy. Here it comes. Schwack! He lost his head. This movie's got some pretty good, pretty good moments. Like I remember sitting in the theater and I wasn't expecting him at that moment to get his head cut off. Did Carter piss his britches? Was his pants wet? He's going batshit crazy. Is this when he goes locks himself up in that cabin? It's been a while since I watched this one. WWE basics, especially females, have super tight knees. Tightest knees of any action figure line, probably. Well, at least they changed a little bit of the articulation on them and made them to where they got a few more movable joints. He's putting corks on all the nails and shit. What good would this do? Well, I guess it's kind of like in the second one when Clear locks herself up in the sanitarium, basically, so nothing can get to her. Also, they changed about the girls is the wrist joints. What did they change about the wrist joints? I got a Tiffany behind me somewhere, the basic version. I don't remember looking at the wrists or anything. See, if it's got a pop top, that lid would be made out of metal and that could cut him. So what good did that do? The hell is he eating? What was that? Uh-oh. See, he thinks he can still get in there after him, even after all that shit. What was it? It hit the door. Damn. Could have been tuna, you mean? Tetanus. They have hinge now. Most of them before you couldn't switch out the hands without breaking them. They twisted around 360, been in restaurants. So that's kind of cool. Why would I be glitching? Oh well, I'm not gonna fool with the fucking name. If it glitches, it glitches. It's probably the internet here. It's bad. It's probably gonna be a bad storm. Yeah. So if it's bad, I'm not trying to fix it. I don't have a way to fix anything. I'm on my MacBook, and so I can't use my what do you call it? I can't use my wired connection on here. It doesn't even have a wire adapter. So that's where you are with society now and technology. Everything is Wi-Fi and everything is wireless connections. So if you have, a poor signal for a few minutes, like with this MacBook, I can't do anything about it. I've got a wired Ethernet right here that I could plug in if it would allow me, and this thing won't pick it up. I found the basic Tiffany. I never have found a elite Tiffany yet. Yeah, man, we're supposed to get some pretty bad rain and thunderstorms, so it's probably just the weather. What's her um what's her elite figure go for now? What's the Tiffany elite go for now? Some dude trying to sell it for $123 on. Oh, it's signed. Never mind. I was like, holy shit. You can get them for $40 or under most of the time. So he realized even in this cabin that death could come after him. Yep, everything's been off the basement floor since I flooded. Anything of importance is off the floor. It's been off the floor. Never put anything back on the floor. But I had my pump worked on, remember, after all that. So we have any flood and rains, man, it should pump fine. And I bought a backup one just in case. I could lower down in there and just run it out the window. I'm prepared this time. Damn, everything that could possibly happen outside her house is happening. You got the dogs there. You got that electrical wire. Yeah, well, when you say rain, I'm talking about rain. Like, I'm talking like 2 inches of rain and 24-hour rain. That's what they're calling for. I used to live across from Scioto River, now on the outskirts of town, live on a hill. Why, when you lived across from the river, did you get flood rains? Why did you mention that? A damn electrical wire there. Look at that shit. Holy shit. I forgot about that clothesline thing flying up in the air like an umbrella. This part's a little cheesy with the police running after them. The water's coming. There it goes. And there's the electrical wire. I've been shocked with the electrical wire. That shit's not fun. So lost a lot of stuff in basement flood. Water from runoff from fields behind house and riverbank was up. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't lose a ton, but it was a pain in the ass doing the cleanup. She was in Varsity Blues with whipped cream. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Live in Ohio. That's cool. Yeah, so after my last incident, anything of value, I raised it up off the floor. She trying to climb back in the house. Got that damn electrical wire, live wire bouncing around on the outside. $34 shipping for Lyra, 83 for two basic figures. Screw that. Yeah, that does suck. Had flood insurance. Yeah, I had insurance. They covered most of the stuff. I had to pay a like $1,000 deductible though. She made it back in the house, but got everything fucking sparking now. Damn, man. All the outlets, everything in the house is sparking and blowing up. Holy shit. She's like, screw this. Now the damn thing busted through the windshield. I didn't remember all this happening to her. Damn. Did you put anything to protect water from getting in the basement again? Well, I've got a sump pump, dude, and the pump failed is the reason that it flooded. So I had somebody work on it. They fixed it. It shouldn't fail, but in case it does, I bought a water thing, a detector that'll tell my phone that the floor's wet, and I bought an extra sump pump that I can run manually outside of a window or door. Um, and I could lower it down in there in case that one fails. So I should be covered. Did they raise the price of my insurance? They did a little, not much more than I was expecting. Pretty much, I've been living in this house for 12 years, I think, and I never had a homeowner's claim. So I think that's one thing that helped me. So they didn't really, it went up basically just the standard amount that it does every year. So damn, man, that wire's now in the car. She can't get out, and that started a fire. Holy shit. Got a cheat death again. Oh, he loves her. He should get some rubber gloves, man. Damn. That wire did a lot of damage, man. I don't know that they went a little overboard, a little extreme with that. Somebody give him CPR, damn it. Remember, was it in the second one that the girl goes into the water and then they resuscitate her? So that was like their way around it. So this is kind of similar. Is he seeing white light? That's like at the airport. Ringside is seriously scaled back on their orders for female talent. The popular ones you got to pre-order for almost 20 just to get them these days. Yeah, I know. They were doing that for a while back when I was collecting more. The females were the hardest ones to get. It's just a lot of people don't buy them. And the few that do just get them to scalp. So they actually went to Paris, right? This ending is in Paris. The trip they were supposed to take. Voila. As much of a dick he's been, they still are nice and have him come with them. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just there because they're the only ones living. See, I like her hair much better right there. It's blonder and she's got her bangs parted. She looks way better right there. Dude, they got some of that damn some of that thick ass beer. Is that John Denver song he's playing? I like the one. Which movie did they play Dust in the Wind? Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. That's some of that bitter ass beer he's drinking, man. Remember they did that commercial and then people would have bitter beer face? Is it just me or are the scopes on the female figures not nearly as good? You talking about the yeah. Well, some of the male ones haven't been that great, but yeah, the female ones are sometimes that I don't remember the latest Chelsea Green Elite, but the previous ones look like crap. Trish Stratus had some really bad elites in the past too. You mean scans? I know what you're talking about. Like the face scans they do? Yeah. Some of them have been terrible. Charlotte over the years has had some of the worst. Uh, is he singing that John Denver song? I couldn't remember. What's with the meat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's pissing his britches again. Uh-oh. Now she's feeling it this time. So she stopped him. So it's going to skip him. She intervened. Ain't that a beach save someone then get killed? Yep. So then he intervened. Wham! Of all the ones that had to die, though, wasn't he the one that you really didn't care that much about? He was the biggest dick of the bunch. That movie's pretty damn good. I don't think I think people kind of tend to lump these Final Destination movies in with a lot of the horror of the time, and like now when they look back at it, like lump them in with like the Saw movies and stuff like that. This the first couple ones of these had really good acting, good plots, and were really thought out, like the plan that they had in it for Death's design. I like these for the first couple. I think I really love the first three. They're all three solid. I think two's my favorite, and then probably this one, and then the third one. The one with the NASCAR and the one with the bridge are a little cheesy. I don't think the acting's as good. None of the Chelsea really look like her. Her first basic, or at least pretty looking though. Her elite might look good if they painted it better. I got whatever her first elite one. I got the chase version of it, and I got if you go back at my old videos, man, when I was doing action figures, I do an unboxing. I think of that Chelsea Green figure, her first basic. Is that when you probably discovered me back then when I was doing a lot of wrestling figures and shit? Kane Carter basic looks like her, but her partner could have been better. Yeah, I don't like Kane Carter. I was gonna buy the Katana Chance, and I saw the figure in person. I think I saw it in one of my hunts, and the scan was so bad. I was like, shit, I'm not gonna buy it. Now looking back at it, I should have bought it because they just released both of them. As far as released them from their contract. So I guess we need to decide. Gigi's not here. Do we want to watch Final Destination 2 next week, or do we want to go watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Because that was what we were going to watch before we talked about this. So the few of you that are left here before I leave, Ken, Doug, Star Wars, you guys, if Sandy's still here, they still have Katana in every store in my area because nobody wants her, man. I mean, I liked her, but nobody really, she never caught on. So if anybody is left, do we watch Final Destination 2 or do we watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? That's the choice. You want to watch Final Destination 2, or if Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is still on Tubi, do you want to watch that? We keep saying we're going to watch Winnie the Pooh and then we skip it. Doug says Final Destination 2. I'll probably still be in that mood, that kind of mood anyway, because I'm going to go see Bloodlines next week. So, all right, Sandy said Final Destination 2 as well. So, all right, we'll watch Final Destination 2. Doesn't matter to me. I've seen Blood and Honey, though. We'll eventually watch that as long as it stays on there. That's on Peacock if you can't. I'm pretty sure if you can't get it on anything else. Yeah, everybody was talking about. You guys realize Sabu had his retirement match WrestleMania weekend against Joey Janela. I was watching this clip with him where he fell into the damn barbed wire. Um, Said he was only 60 years old and he died. I wonder what he died of. All right, we got 3 votes for that. So that's what we're watching. Final Destination. Rick chimed in. We'll watch Final Destination 2 next week. So I apologize for the delayed start and getting the technical difficulties. So I'll fire it up a little earlier next week and give it a test run and make sure it works. But I do just hate that. And I know I'm not the only one that's experienced that. Where you used it, I used it to do a recording. I literally just lifted the mic up like this. And I slid the computer back. That's all I did. And then I come in and start it up and the fucking thing didn't work. So, oh well. Yeah, I know. At least you stayed awake for the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. And don't stress yourself out. I will be here next Sunday. Saturday going to be at work. That's cool. Well, we'll be watching Final Destination 2. Yeah, so Doug, don't stress yourself out about your lady. Maybe the two of you need to sit down and have a heart to heart. Just be totally honest with her. And whatever happens, happens, man. It's meant to be. But I'll be thinking about you. Hopefully everything will work out. So eventually this was the Final Destination chat and watch along. So I appreciate everybody that hung through. We started out pretty strong. Wonder what happened to Gigi, man. She just disappeared. And Cara was on here and she disappeared. They haven't released cause of death. Okay. Well, if you hear, send me a message. Arturo said, good night. Sorry he wasn't able to finish the stream. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and get off here, everybody. So hopefully you guys had a good Mother's Day with your mothers, and any mother that watches this, hopefully you guys had a great Mother's Day. I really appreciate everybody that hung loose. You were eating dinner. Well, I'm getting ready to get off here now, unless you want to tell me something. Are you okay if we watch Final Destination 2? I forgot you're like 3 hours behind, right? So it's only 9:03. Well, it's midnight here, so I'm getting ready to head out. Got my Terrifier shirt on, if you didn't know what that was. So I really appreciate everybody that hung through all the technical difficulties. And like I said, we'll watch Final Destination 2 next week. You guys rock. Anybody that watches this later, make sure you still drop a like on it because it does help. And then Ken was asking, tomorrow night, my movie haul of the week video will come out. I've got a Scream Factory unboxing after that. I've got another video about a DVD that I found that's worth keeping. Somebody wanted me to do a video where I talked about what gatefold VHS was. I might do that. So I got a lot of cool videos getting ready to come out. So please support them all by liking them, and please spread the word. I got a lot of subscribers just from that one video that kind of like hit and got me so many views. So I'm only 15 away from 3,800. So hopefully here soon we can get to 4,000. Yep, bye you all. I really appreciate it. Keep coming back to support me, and I'll keep hanging out with you guys and doing live streams and making videos. So I really appreciate it. Until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMAN316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.